Hello and bienvenue. I am Joker, the Full Metal Joker. Now, before we get started with the topic at hand, I'd like to let you know two things. One, if you do not like what has to be said, please remove yourself from this video. Two, everything I have to say is mostly opinion-based, with a lining of truth. But if you feel like I'm wrong in certain areas and need more information in others, please feel free to contact me. You should already know how to do this by now. With that being said, before we go on with what I have planned, this is one phrase I want you to take in. It's okay to be white. Now, with that phrase being said, those of you that are offended by it, please move along. Good. Now, the rest of you here, we have something to discuss. How come such a phrase causes so much controversy when it's okay to be black, it's okay to be Asian, and so on and so forth is completely fine? How come showing pride with your white heritage is automatically offensive, or some sort of dog whistling, meaning that you don't like immigration, you don't like minorities, and so on and so forth? Now, I'm not talking about the actual people that use it as a negative term. I'm talking about the individuals that just want to take pride of their white heritage, just like it's just fine to take pride in your African American heritage, like it's fine to take pride in your Asian culture. There's nothing wrong with taking pride with who you are. Yet, in this day and age, if you're white, you have to bow down. You have to be subservient to everyone else because something that happened way in the past that I don't think any of our ancestors are still alive to talk about. Things like slavery in the first world is done. The bigotry of minorities in this country is done. And don't go, well, there's the Klan. Well, the Klan is withering and dying. And if you want to talk about the white supremacist groups in this country, it's, quite frankly, there's not that many people. Because people, especially in this country, especially in Europe, also in Australia, they don't mind people of other races in their countries, but they want to make sure that the people in their countries that are coming in are going to make their country better, not make things worse. But apparently it's okay to be white, taking pride in white heritage is a sin. Again, why? And the reason why I'm asking this question over and over again, because it bothers me. Because, again, we're supposed to be moving forward. We're supposed to be going, yeah, that crappy event happened in the past, but we're not going to let it affect our future in a negative light. Just use it as a reference point, going, we must not go back to how things were back then. Not use it as some kind of tool for someone who wants to take pride in themselves and smack them over to the head and go, well, your ancestors were slave owners. No, this should not work. This should not be happening. But, again, why is this still happening? And don't get me started with everything that's happening in Europe and everything that's happening in Australia. Well, slash that. I was told by a friend of mine that they were talking about how it's okay to be white in Australian Parliament, and it was voted down. And then the other people that voted yes were forced to apologize for taking pride in said heritage. Again, no. And we have to fix things somehow. I know it's not right to give out questions without having answers, but I honestly don't know what to do, because again, I'm one guy and there's not a lot of us that wants to stand up for righteousness anymore. Whereas people want to either use that term to use it as a negative term, when actually it's just, again, it's okay to be white. But again, why? It's so confusing. But I honestly think what one thing should be done is people need to stop letting people use the past to beat them over the head with, when quite frankly, there wasn't that many people that actually owned slaves. And you need to also take an aspect that there were people that bought slaves just to teach them how to read and write, then set them free once they have life skills. There's those people. Then a lot of the people that helped with the Underground Railroad were white people. There's all these good things that white people have done, yet everyone looks at the negative. And again, things have to change. This is not what Martin Luther King fought for. He fought for everyone to be equal, not for one group of people to stand up above everyone else. And if things don't change, it's going to be a rather dark time indeed. With that being said, if you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you want to support this channel even further, please check out my Patreon. My PayPal is ready, and however you support this channel will be much appreciated. Thank you, and good luck.